The Last Walk, a Jay Slater mystery. The sun had barely risen over the rugged terrain of northern Tenerife when Jay Slater stepped off the gravel path and into the winding trails that led to the cliffs. The air was still crisp, unusual for the otherwise sweltering Canary morning, and the mist clung low, curling around his ankles like something alive. He had left the party at dawn, claiming to need air, claiming to be fine. A 17-year-old Brit on his first trip without his parents, Jay had been full of excitement when he arrived on the island with two friends. Tenerife was supposed to be beaches, booze, and freedom. But that morning, he walked alone, tired, eyes glassy, steps uncertain. Locals remember him. An old couple hiking up a trail near the village of Masca said he looked confused, but not distressed. They offered him water, but he declined, saying something in a thick accent they didn't understand. A goat herder claimed he saw him looking down the ravine, murmuring to himself. Others noticed the tall, lanky boy weaving through footpaths that only seasoned hikers dared take. By noon, he had disappeared. Jay's mother, Claire, received the call as she was unpacking groceries back home in Manchester. "We've lost him," his friend, Mikey, said, voice trembling. He never came back from the cliffs. Panic choked her. She dropped the phone and the milk spilled, pooling at her feet. She booked the next flight, heart clattering like a kettle drum. The Guardia Civil launched a search immediately. Drones swept the landscape.
Dogs combed the valley.
Helicopters hovered, scanning. But the island offered nothing. No footprints. No scent trail. No Jay. His last Instagram story, posted at 6:47 a.m., showed him perched on a rock, fog curling behind him, laughing. "Mad views," he had written. Then a blurry clip of him walking into the mist. Claire arrived in Tenerife and met detectives who had little to offer. "He must have fallen," they said. "These trails can be unforgiving." But Claire shook her head. "My boy doesn't wander off like that." The next day, rumors began. A fisherman swore he saw a boy swimming near the rocks 2 miles up the coast, alone, far from any beach. A tourist claimed she heard shouting in the trees. Locals whispered about caves in the cliffs that only a few knew how to reach. The search went on for weeks. Back in the UK, the story blew up. "Brit teen disappears in Tenerife," the headline screamed. Social media exploded with theories. Some said he ran away. Others blamed foul play. The most bizarre theories claimed he entered another dimension, a thin place, where reality was weak. Claire refused to leave. Every day, she climbed into a jeep with a guide and scoured the terrain. She left food in foil packets on rocks, called his name until her voice broke. One afternoon, she found a sock near a ravine, a gray Nike, size 10. It was his. But there was no blood, no body, no clue beyond that. And then came the boy with the camera. 3 weeks after Jay vanished, a German backpacker named Lucas uploaded a vlog on YouTube titled "Lost Trails of Tenerife, Creepiest Hike Ever." In one segment, as he pans across the valley, a figure can be seen in the distance, blurry, walking along a narrow ledge. Lucas doesn't notice it at the time, but the internet did. "That's Jay," a commenter claimed. Claire saw it too. She froze the frame, the walk, the build. Even the hoodie, it matched the one he had on. She sent the footage to the authorities. They rescanned the area. Still nothing. The story took on a life of its own. Journalists arrived in droves. Paranormal investigators came with strange gadgets. "It's the land," a local elder said. "The land doesn't give back what it keeps." Months passed. The trail grew cold. Claire stayed until her funds dwindled, then returned home without her son. But Tenerife had changed her. Every night she dreamed of cliffs and fog and a boy's laughter vanishing on the wind. Back in England, she started a blog, Find Jay Slater. It kept the search alive. Thousands followed. People across the world sent theories, support, and strange sightings. And then, almost a year later, something happened. A Scottish couple hiking through the same region reported seeing graffiti scrawled into stone. "Help me. Jay." It was etched with something sharp, possibly a knife. The date underneath? 14 days after Jay vanished. The Guardia Civil investigated again. Was he alive all that time? Living in caves? Injured? Kidnapped? Again, they found nothing. But Claire took it as a sign. He's out there, she told the press. I know he's out there. Today, Jay Slater's case remains unsolved. A makeshift cross stands near the trailhead in Masca. Tourists leave bracelets and notes. A local artist painted a mural of Jay on the rock face, eyes wide, 1 foot stepping into mist. No one knows what happened that morning. Some say he was swallowed by the land. Others believe he chose to disappear. A few even whisper that he's still out there, living in the wild, part of the island now. But Claire believes he'll come home. She keeps a light on in the window every night, waiting.